Welcome back everyone to this preview series on Shadow Empire. This is episode number 5/6. We're going to do something crazy. So I was looking at some of the numbers here. We need admin level 2 to get, there's kind of this weird chicken egg thing that I don't know how we're going to solve this problem that we can't get any power. So I'm going for broke. We can always restart the series. There's been a lot of, this is the beta version, and Vic is extremely good about updating. I think there's been probably 4 or 5 updates since I started this series. So, maybe 4 updates in a week. It's crazy. Anyway, so we have the opportunity, having finished Bureaucratic Offices 2, to upgrade to Bureaucratic Offices 3. And that is a large amount of power consumption. So there's a huge negative. And yet we're going to do it. And why is that, Tortuga? Well, admin level is the square root of the BP. So that means that we'll for sure get the next tech level. Admin level. We'll get to admin level 2 with that. And on top of that, we need admin level 2 for truck stations, which is just very necessary. This does not require power. We also need admin level 2 to get a higher command, and this also requires more power. But, I'm going for broke on the BP that we can eventually have enough points to push through the economics, whatever turmoil or, problem that we're having. It would be kind of nice to have your people. I think that basic tech should be discovered first, although we have discovered hydroponics and water soil recomposition. So maybe it is, we've actually discovered heavy. We've discovered almost everything except for the basic tech stuff. Like power plant or solar energy. We could make do with converting oil into into power if we needed to. It's definitely not ideal. I would love to get some solar panels, but we're dealing with the hand we're dealt here, which is not necessarily a good one. We have one unit out of supply down here. This is one of the reasons why I would like to go up in my truck station. So we're going to bump this down, so if we go over to here and used, you can see, so he only ran out, he's connected here. So, never mind, we'll go back and we will still stop that. So if we wanted to be very generous, we can pull this, we'll just pull this unit back. I don't see a big reason. We don't need to control either of these 2 hexes. And this will put him back into supply, no problem. One turn without supply, or especially one turn with only 25% lower supply, not a big deal. It's going to be a-okay. So yeah, we're holding on to this so our people are more happy now. Ooh, okay. Monastery. Is this supposed to be monastery? Yes. Contemplate existential. I believe that this is, and this is BP. Oh, if anybody can get there, we need to get there. We will probably remove this truck stop here, so that this unit, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. It's probably going to be a little bit out of supply, and I think we're going to have to build roads up this way. We know we're going to need roads up this way eventually anyway, so let's just do it. Dirt road. I know that we're actually using up a fair amount of our BP. Industrial points, IP. But I'm still going to build this one road just to hopefully keep this unit in supply. 1, 2, 3, 4. That should be fine. 4 is generally okay. I'm going to go down here. This is going to take 80, and then what is it going to be? We'll be able to move back 1, and that should be fine. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, good. So we actually connected. We're almost completely dominating the western side of this entire mountain range. It's kind of cool. Little mountain range happening right here, and now we almost control all of it. I'm sure if we were to extend this road and to extend this road, something like this. Here's another metal, level 4. The higher, now I'm not 100% sure about this. I haven't actually been tracking the differences between what your income is for different levels of the mine. But basically the ease of mining this metals resource. So lower levels are good. I think over level 9 is really bad. So Anyway, over here we have one unit also out of supply. I think we'll just take care of this by bumping this one hex further. Again, we're going to have better luck with all this stuff as soon as we just stop, as soon as we just have a better truck facility. So that's what we're relying on. We're going to be losing points all over the place. I wouldn't be surprised to see a lot of units being in yellow next turn. We'll see where that supply is going. I'd like to cut off like this leg, but then we'll lose all the recycling coming in, and that's the precious rare metals, which we really like. So just to review the demands that we're trying to meet. Admin level 2.14. This is going to be very possible with our current change of, we're going for broke. We can also add another council. I do want to add a model council eventually, and that will also increase our admin level pretty significantly. And then bureaucratic assets. Well, we're going to have that nailed with the increase of this current bureaucratic, whatever it's called. Yeah, bureaucratic offices. So that's going to be fine. Check that one off. And we're going to fail this. So we're going to lose another one. Our word score will go down a bit. We're already shifty. We'll probably come back up at some point. I think we'll be over 50 again by completing both of those. And that's all we need to do for this turn. So yeah, so let's just hope that, our metal situation, by the way, is that all we want to do? We do want to sell metal. Oh, we can't. Okay. Well, that's fine. We do have enough money right now. Money's not a concern, but I'm always interested in... Okay, we're actually gaining 4 delivered from zones. What? Is one of our... Okay, so every now and then, you get really lucky, and one of your metal mines... Let's go to this. That one's not done being built. I think this is my only one. So no, I don't know where those machines are coming from. Are those just because we bought them? Probably. Every now and then, the metal mines do give... they can give even high-tech parts, because you're scavenging through really powerful ruins, of the Galactic Republic and all its fantastic technology. So yeah, we're going to definitely push west here. This is a nice void of anybody. So look at, if we can make it over to the choke points here. People have asked, by the way, can you found your own cities? Yes, you can. So that's actually what I think we should do. We should go over here and probably put a city up here. There's 2 ruins there. I see another ruins down here. These 2 are be a perfect supply point for a city, maybe somewhere in the middle right here. And there you go. There you have it. We'll own this little peninsula, as I'm just calling these little branches peninsulas. We can call them branches, peninsulas, whatever. So yeah, we'll own that as well, which would be good. And we'll have 2 cities up here, unfortunately. I'd rather only 1, but fine. And then we can colonize. It's a kind of an effort. You have to recruit colonists, get a city founded, but yeah, it's probably going to be worth it in the end. Mainly I'm interested in seeing how the militia react to me. Yeah, another thing I could do is actually, if the turns... So as you get later in the game, the turn resolutions end up taking longer and longer. And I've asked Vic about this, kind of hoping that maybe it's something that he'll look into optimizing. I'm sure he is. Okay, I'm in level 2, just like that. We got new... Okay, so bad rations. Okay, tactical genius, spotter drones, propaganda. Not a good set, I would say. Not an interesting set. Militia commemorative plaque. 200 credits. Okay, we'll consider that. Scientific joint effort. Hey, I think their tech level was pretty high, so if they can just give us solar panels. Okay, now we're losing 28 power per, but that's okay. That's still okay, because we have way too much metal, and our metal mine right now is taking 20. That's not okay. We can save 10 power just by cutting this by 50%. So I'm gonna do that. Yeah, the power here. We can also drop this one down to 75% to save a little bit of power. This one wants 28, so we'll give it 21. So that right there saves 17. We're you know, if we're dropping by like 10, it gives us like 30 turns. I can't imagine that wouldn't be enough. Looks like we're actually worker limited right now. Yeah. Too much work going on, but I think that a lot of that is due to construction, which, oh, this is almost finished. So once the construction on that finishes, we should, yeah, so that means power might be even in worse shape than what we're seeing, just because it was limited this time by the amount of workers. Interesting. Alright, well, fair enough. I think that that's fine. We don't really need to do anything with these units. I still don't think we need to do anything with this unit. Everything is looking okay here. We do want this unit to our northwesternmost infantry to grab this old library. So he was actually out of supply last turn, which means that we do need to push this road a little bit further. Okay, I will push it one further. He'll probably be out of supply this turn, but he still has 100, so he didn't get all the food and whatever he wanted. I guess we could have done it this way as well. It says that he can food. Yeah, he had 39 available, but it'll go back up to 40, or basically 20 stored and 20 received. So even if we don't get 20 20 income and 20 received, you can see that we're going to be okay. So food consumption, we have 20. Food, we have 19. All the ammo we need, so that's good. What else? Anybody? I mean, we haven't been doing any of the attacks or anything up here, trying to limit any of the problems that we're going to have with supply, but we can go back to doing that. Oh, okay, they're using rifle militia. It might be time to start lowering our relations with these guys. I'm not exactly sure how we'll do that, but increase in fear, combat drugs. So this is a one-time use dose of combat bonus plus 50%. We'll hold on to that for a while. Radiation leak is danger. This one is morale of regular troops is reduced with 20%. That's actually completely okay for me, because I think if you're not at war, you can just let your troops slowly. I think that they'll slowly recover, or there'll be a period of time they'll need to recover. But still, scientific. Yeah, this one I think we'll do this. A new hex perk. So let's just execute this one now. I really want to do it. So target our zone. Scientific output. Execute. What do we get? Let's go find out. Okay, here we go. Looks like, ooh, perfect. Plus 200 research bonus points. That's just perfect. It's exactly what we wanted. Oh, I mean, it really couldn't have been anything better than that. Let's see, 1, 2. I think crossing a river might be bad, but we'll find out how bad. I think you can still get there. Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Worst case scenario, it can go around the river. But I don't think we'll need to do that. Anyways, just slowly expanding to the west. This guy, yeah, he'll be fine, like I already mentioned. Is it worth... What's your points at? 75, that's fine. 40, and then drop back. So this recon unit, I would rather him be out exploring. So let's get him and the 20, the heavy mobile regiment. We'll get them to start doing some, more warlike stuff. Okay. We'll just leave this group of infantry wandering up the west side, unless Flag Peak or Light State tries to declare war on me. I don't feel too threatened. Yeah. Okay. So one more decision to make. It's just about, let's see what kind of trade we have going on. Metal can still be sold for point. I mean, we're just gonna keep doing that.
Roger that, sir.
Fuel, which we may need. I guess I should start stockpiling this in case we need it for power. If we get power plants before we get solar panel, we'll still have to build those, even though I'm not a big fan. Food. Well, we're cutting food supply, and food's not really worth much, so we're not going to do anything there. Yeah, I think we're okay for this turn, which means with 1500 that, yeah, we can probably... This is just an advisor. This is Military Research Council. You know, I don't think we need to make it extra fancy. 200 credits is just a minor bonus. Let's do this.
Affirmative.
We had the money to do it, but I just didn't see the I don't think it was worth it still. Okay, well, next turn. Wait, why did we not satisfy? Okay, we're almost there. And we're almost there. Okay, good. So power is going to be a huge problem as soon as this as soon as this new asset is built. It's going to be a real problem. All right. Desperate times, desperate measures. Not even the private economy can do anything about it. No, we don't know how to do anything power related. At least we haven't been attacked lately, which is kind of nice. Unrest in zones will be modified by +6. Well, that's fantastic. Metal soil filtration. Okay, now that you're done discovering crap, please discover something useful. No, that's also not useful. 72 fuel. Which is good, don't get me wrong. Alright, alright. Alright, power dropped by another 26. Still, our metal income looks okay, our IP looks fine. I mean, we can always cut down the factory output. I really dislike... Like, industrial points are so hard to come by that I would hate to do that, but... Alright. So let's have a unit which has better supply just run right on up here. And get this unit to pull back to an area where he's obviously going to be fully supplied. Like 1, 2, 3, through Plains Grassy. Should be no problem for him to get back to this road. Even if this unit has a hard time collecting, he's got a stockpile already. So, well, he needs a little bit more fuel. Yeah. So we consumed the full 20, but we only have 10 in storage now. Oh, it's so nice to have this research bonus. It's going to be just really helpful. Okay, so I think the front and the south just remain static again. We just don't have anything to do with these troops yet. We're just trying to set up our economy, and then we can start pushing. This is the other raiders. You know, I think that it's not really necessary for us to go and push and attack them. They're probably creating panic in this city. So they have militancy. I would guess that they have danger. When you have militia close to your city, it does create danger. Now, speaking of danger, we have this decreasing amount of fear, but we're also getting this unrest bonus. Now, I think that the unrest is immediately vanquished by fear. Fear suppresses unrest. So it's kind of this fun little thing that I have unrest because of the era we're in, but because I took a card which gave me fear, we're actually doing okay. And in fact, this is the strangest thing. Because our population... Our happiness is actually increasing because our fear is decreasing. We could still backtrack on this. We could just go crazy. Like morale of regular troops. I think we're going to take this. I mean, look at we don't need the fate points right now, but it's always nice to have them in the bank. We could also increase our fear again. I'm going to put this... I'm probably going to end up doing something like that. Now, danger is not something which we want... So fear is going to limit our maximum happiness, it looks like. But danger is a constant per turn malice. Yeah, I don't know about that. Let's do this one. I always like doing this. Economic Council. Getting a roll. Plus 72 with this Economic Council. That's fantastic. He must be really good at his job. Or I think I put the advisors on him, so that might help. Wow, 2,300. That's just an incredible investment. We could also start doing this, which will help the per turn. This is quality of life entertainment to get the arena. This is a one-time bonus. Don't think we need that. What does this do? Extra level of bright light. Oh, that's quite good. Let's play this card. Okay. So what does that mean for us? We just built Light Industry 1. There it is. Now I don't know what it'll do for us. Oh yeah, we do. It'll give us 20 IP and 15 credits. So it'll give us a little bit of money, and that was a great roll. I think that was a very good idea to do that. I'm still thinking that we're going to do this as well. So, okay, they're going to complain. Now that's only our regular troops, believe it or not our militia. Or at least according to the card. We'll see if that's true or not. Oh, we got to get this guy up there. Like, what are you doing? Is this the 1/100? Yeah, well, we'll still get you up there. You're doing nothing in the middle. You can be the unit which takes over the 1 hex of light state, or maybe these 4 hexes of light state when we eventually do decide to break the peace. And other than that, I don't want this unit to retreat back too much, just because I want to make sure that there's no units. Okay, we can do this. 15. How much do we have? 65. Okay, we can do this, and then we can come back across. Okay, I just wanted to do all that big test, and we actually have found now White Land, which is a minor regime. Okay, so there is a minor regime over here, and it looks like this is a different one. Ah, so our idea that maybe this area was not occupied was false. I'm guessing the city's up here. I'm seeing ruins and agricultural land. So, does that mean that we can do open farming? It might be... So over here it's too arid, because we're in the Plains Rocky. But some place like this, Plains Grassy, could we construct? Yeah. We can actually do a regular agricultural facility. I don't want to jump the gun on that. Let's go to the planet. Oh yeah, there's no hazards. Okay, well then, you know, look, we have right now a dome with some extra food. This is like a nice stopgap, this agricultural dome. It's much less efficient than, I mean, it's power hungry. In fact, we'll probably want to shut this power down entirely if we have a real power crisis, and get a farm up here in the grassy area where the farm can just expand on its own. That'd be great. I mean, obviously the closer we do it, the less truck points or whatever, you know, logistics that need to go into ferrying the water and the food back and forth, but still, the closest we can do it, I think, is right here. Yeah, unless, yep. I guess you could do it right here, but then the farm can't really expand. We'd want to do it up here. Okay, so this, allow trade. Yeah, we'll do that. It's making everyone happy. It's increasing my security that this border does not need to be protected. Okay. So, demands. We're close on that. We should be done with this pretty soon. Good. We might start setting up to take our invasion positions. The thing is, we have good relations with them, and it's actually not good to invade because it'll give you fist profile. So, +7. University. Damn you, Economic Council, can you just do your job? For the love of God, man, just do your damn job. Alright, so apparently this was too far. We'll pull back. We don't need to do anything up that way. There. We don't even really need to go this far. Well, yeah, we'll just do this. Okay, that's that. 3 decisions. Okay, yeah, we'll take their candidate. It's basically... Okay, now is it time? You know, I think it is time. I don't like the fact that we're going to have a problem getting... This is going to dilute the bureaucratic points a little bit, but we're not discovering anything useful with the Economic Council. I don't know what... It might even be a bug. We're still going to do that. Free trade. I might draw the line here, you know? What's our fist profile at? Probably something pretty low. 61, well, actually we do need the mind. I think I do want to refuse to scrap tariffs, though. I need the money. Although they're really... Okay, we'll just keep accepting. I'm fine. We'll take... Didn't change? Huh. It didn't do anything. Alright. Green, yellow, good. That's what I expected. Everyone's green down here. Yeah, we don't have a whole lot to do, but... Yeah, I think actually that this is really just the end of our turn. We almost completed the bureaucratic offices. And we did complete this one last turn. I don't... So right now, we do have to worry about the number of workers that things cost, because we barely have enough workers, so we're actually short on workers in order to get our truck station working, fully functional. A lot of workers are going into construction, so we'll have to wait for this one to finish before we choose to upgrade this recycling center, but I always like to upgrade those, especially if it has a lot of scavenging points. I think anything more than 7. I would say anything more than 8, but since I did this one with less than 8, I'm going to amend that so I look good. These are also giving us fuel, which is good in case we get power plant instead of solar cells. Look, we keep talking about it. We need power. Please, scientists, please. But with the added bureaucratic, that's all. First of all, it's going to strain our power more, as we already know. But at least the upside should be that we'll have more points being invested. So... I just really hope that all works. You know what? I think we do want to move forward here. What is this? This is High Mountain, so we're definitely not going to move forward there. I'm going to build the road north. I'm going to just build it right here. So that I think it'll move through here now instead. The plains that shouldn't be yellow anymore. This is probably expensive to move through because it's forest. And that is... It doesn't hurt for foot, but it hurts for... Yeah, organic supply we see on the very bottom there is 20. And organic supply for plains grassy is 12. So that should save it enough that we can actually get supply in the green. I mean, we're doing what... This is a good start for us, but it's just... We're missing the technology we need. And once we have that technology, we're waiting to just blossom. In fact, I'm pushing things that we shouldn't be pushing, part of the blossoming, ahead of schedule just because I'm hoping that we're going to get power. And this is where you would say that this is like the one downside about waiting for the discovery and not being able to control research entirely. But I haven't had this problem before. I've had it with other things like metal and all that. I mean, I guess you can have this problem. Like we have an abundance of metal, so we don't need metal, but... Okay, we were attacked. They lost 200. It's fine. Keeps our troops on their feet. Okay, it'll come into full... You failed our promise. Yeah, I know. But hey, look, we delivered on this promise, and we delivered on that promise. We gained bureaucracy. Fantastic. That's an additional plus 40% bureaucratic points. Highest speed machine gun. No, please, please, please. Economic Council. Oh my gosh, we discovered 2 things for the Military Research Council. We discovered rocketry, of all things. Civilization level is risen to level 4. That's correct. We got a new packet. gives us political points or 1,000 credits, or a mountaineer team. The mountaineers can advise your troops how to best fight in mountains. Interesting. And a rebellion, which is actually, I find this to be a really annoying thing to happen when you don't control it, but when you play the fate point card, it's not quite so bad. Alright, well, we're holding out in terms of power. The bureaucratic offices are finished. They're actually requiring a lot of people. Needed 1,500 and used 14,400. What? Well, I hate to say, but we got to cut back on that. So we need a lot of workers for the farming. I don't think we need that many. It's probably because of the construction. 4,400. I don't know. It actually requires 6,400. No, it actually requires 12,900. Yikes. That's still 14,400 is still more than that. Alright, it doesn't really matter as long as we have the workers. So the fact that this number is up and this number is down means that we actually needed less workers since the last turn. I mean, since the last time the worker number was updated. So whatever it was, it dropped, and that's probably from the finishing of construction. Which I'm a little bit worried about upgrading this recycling center. We don't need anything from that right now. Like it's not a need, it's an efficiency thing. I want to do it, but we probably ought to wait. The lines are just going to remain static down here. Remember, we did take the minus 20% morale penalty, but they seem to be recovering okay. Remember, right now, a little bit of our money is going towards the troops. They start with a 0. They start basically at 0 income per turn, zero salary. And we've made that 1, so it's the minimum, but it's an increase that they weren't expecting, and they're happy about that. So it does increase their morale over time. I don't think it's like kind of. Wait, did we already? Let's do this. This guy was green, which is nice. You can keep exploring. Well, let's do that. One, two, three, four. So he'll be cut off next turn, but we'll just move him back. And this is iron space as well. Okay. So iron space, and then back over here is iron space as well, I'm pretty sure. Alright, let's look at our decisions. A new model. Okay, great. We have a person who hates us. They like meritocracy. Why do you hate me? Are we not a bureaucratic... I mean, are we not a merit... Oh, you're autocracy. Mind and commerce, what? No, that's the top one. Yeah, you're a meritocracy. Why do you not love me? Okay, egoism 60, 70, authority. The higher this value, the more natural authority the leader has and less submissive she is. The higher the authority, the more chance a leader will follow his own profile instead of the regime profile when making a decision you delegated. It also impacts potential friction with an advisor. How do you delegate a decision? Just by not deciding it yourself? Because again, this is fine. I'm completely okay with meritocracy. So the capacity or capability, it's probably better to say capability. Tier 3 capability, which is pretty good. 3 out of 5. Higher being better. Good intelligence. Good charisma. I mean, this is a really good individual. I just don't know. I can't... It's hard for me to give them the position if they're going to hate me. Surf pool. Oh, it dropped by 33. What? -2. Due to relation was higher than natural point. Huh? Something happened here. I'm going to give them the job. I think, okay, their faction is SU. Let's look at our factions. Their government and meritocracy, which is like what we are. Okay, we're going to give that person the job. I'm just going on my gut here that we will be able to recover.
We'll go.
And I'm just hoping that they were upset at not getting a job last turn or something. Discovery more important. Model design. Yeah. Okay, so this is really cool. We're now going to see a whole different side of the game. And that side is the models. We can actually play with our infantry template. We can play with our rifleman template, our machine gun template. Those are the two main ones right now. Our truck template, all those things. We can choose what engines are on our trucks. It's really, really cool. Rocketry. Okay, there's so much. We probably need to stop discovering. We probably need to focus on researching now with the Military Research Council. I mean, it's still nice to have more options. We've seen how bad it is with the Economic Council not to discover enough. Still. What do we want to do next? High velocity guns is AT. We don't need AT quite yet. Probably combat armor seems to me like a really good one to get our troops equipped with. I mean, to make our infantry better. We'll do that. Speaking of making our infantry better. So what do we want to do? I typically do start off with our infantry and make them. So we can select our grunts. They're currently using slug throwers. We can now give them automatic rifles. Yeah, we'll do that. It's going to use slightly more ammunition. Well, 3 times as much, so not just slightly. It'll cost more to make the units or to even upgrade them from slug thrower to automatic rifle. But double the firepower, you can't go wrong there. Our units, because there's no atmospheric hazards, they don't have thermosuits, filter thermosuits, or anything like that. So the one which gives us the highest armor value, or hit points basically, is the padded envirosuit. This is going to add an additional 2 metal and 3 IP to their build cost. But I think it's worth it. We don't need to do any of the other ones, by the way. And the envirosuits, I think that's all the filter plus thermosuit stuff. I believe it's built into the envirosuits. So we'll do this. Let them research that. Accept free movement. Interesting. So I really don't want to keep doing this because I don't know if that's going to be a good thing or a bad thing. Let's just take a look. We probably have really good info on them. Yeah, because you know relations are so high. Let's take a look at their city. Their city is extremely happy, which means the only thing that can happen if we open free movement is that our people emigrate. So this is the first time I'm going to decline that. Did not appear to have any impact on mind, although it says it does. But I'm not sure. Okay, well, I think it was still the necessary decision to make. Alright, how do we deal with this turn in terms of moving around? We already did. Does this unit want to move around? I mean, it's like we're not really needed over here. Just start stacking troops up for the one day, very far in the future perhaps, invasion of Flag Peak. Which makes me kind of curious to keep pushing my boundaries here. This will take 65 AP. And then come back. Interesting. We can go one turn without having supply or too much supply. And like I said, not much more to do over there. Assets. Okay, well yeah, we'll see how things balance out in the next turn. Let's also just check trade right before we go. Metal is going to sell for a lot. We'll continue to sell it because we may need the money. Just to note, I cannot buy or sell power. So that's the only thing we just have to be very careful about. And we haven't been because we're going to start this asset. This bureaucratic asset is going to take so much power. I forget how much. Yeah, 96 energy. Good gracious, 100. Oh Lord, I'm not sure. Well, I'm not sure. Well, what else could we have done? Do we want to send any spies around? I don't think so. I don't think we're in a good place to start a rebellion quite yet. I would like to get the grunts upgraded first, and then I'll feel a little more comfortable trying to fight the enemy. You know what? Maybe it is a good time. I don't know. I'm actually thinking that we'll probably call this video to a close here. and then I will make the decision about whether or not I want to choose a rebellion. No, I mean, we can't do it this turn. We need to bring forces back, and what I really need to do is park them on the places where I need to make sure we don't lose in a rebellion. So I need to park this unit on the old library, which is High Mountain, so I think this infantry has to get over there. We're looking at something which may take a while, so I'm actually going to pull this unit. No, we'll leave them there. Anyway, we'll figure it all out in the next episode. I'll probably do the rebellion. It'll be a fun little thing. Get us some more fate points stored up for a rainy day. And then again, just fingers crossed that we unlock some kind of power, discover some kind of power technology. We need more energy, and we're just roadblocked until that happens. So we'll keep on waiting and doing the best we can until that happens. Until then, till the next video. Thanks for watching this one. Stay safe and take care.